What's up guys, Shadow Shade here, and I'm back with another deck profile. It's been a while, but I'm glad I'm back. Today, I'm going to give you guys my DDD deck profile. Okay, start things off with 3 Ragnarok, Oblivion King Ragnarok, who is the main beat stick of this deck. Well, the main engine part of it. It's a scale 5 pendulum, and its pendulum effect is I can target 1 DD or triple D monster in my grave, special summon it, I take 1000, and for the rest of that turn, half the battle damage. And its monster effect is when it's normal or special, you could target 1 triple D monster in your graveyard to special summon it to your side field, and its other effect is tribute and banish a monster on your opponent's side, but it has to be a double D, well, DD monster. And next is 3 DD Savant Thomas, who is the main engine for rank 8. So it's a scale 6. His pendulum effect, during your main phase, you could target 1 pendulum monster in your extra deck, add it to your hand. So it's like, you scale it, bring back Kepler, which is quite good, so then you can search out for your contracts. Then, his monster effect is you could target a DD scale monster, or DD scaler, so be like that, in your pendulum square. You go effect, pop it, special summon another level 8, then you can overlay for rank 8, so Kali most likely, or Hope Avager, most of the time Hope Avager. So next is DD Orthros, who is a very good card really, because his pen is a scale 3, his pendulum effect, you could target 1 spell card on the field and 1 DD monster or dark construct you control, destroy them. And his monster effect is if you take damage or battle damage, you can special summon it from your hand, but for the rest of that turn, you can only special summon fiend types. So, which is very good in this deck because everything is fiend. Next, we play 3 Copernicus, who is a level 4, and a scale 1. The only scale 1 card that this deck will run. And his pendulum effect is you cannot pendulum summon nothing except for DDs. And obviously the effect is a continuous effect, so there's no way. It's a scout, so no negating, nothing. So you can negate the activation of a spell card that would inflict damage and you destroy this. So it's got a dynamist skills effect. So when one goes pop it for battle, the other pops it for spells. So this one, yeah, and it's a foolish burial. A monster that is a foolish burial for the DDs. So you can either send Lamia, Necro, or a dark contract. No one goes for dark contracts, which is rare, really. Next, we play the main fusion, DD Swirl Slime. The very good card of this deck, and very splashable as well, because you can use 2 effects at the same time. So one effect, fusion from hand, and then banish to special summon a DD monster from your hand. Next, we play the queen of this deck, triple D Lamia, or to say DD Lamia, but we times it by 3. So this card is the very important part of this engine because it's a tuner, level 1, and once per turn, only her name, remember, this is very important. If this card's in your hand or in grave, you could destroy either a DD monster or a Dark Contract. One thing, if you have a Pendulum monster on the field, you can't use Lamia's effect, because it needs to go pop, grave. So Pendulums go to the extra deck. So keep that in mind. And then, once you use that effect, it's banished, gone. Next, we play another main part of this engine. Triple Necro, DD Necro Slime. Oh, you can use this card as a fusion in grave, which most people really forget about, which is so surprising that you have to read the card. You have to like, oh, can I see Necro? Read. Like, oh, okay. Oh, that's another thing. While we get on topic of banishing, if your opponent has Chaos Hunter or Imperial Wall, you can still use Lamia's effect, like pop a monster, or pop a DD monster or Dark Contract, special summon, but instead of banished, it stays in grave. So think of this as a plague spreader. Next we play the Stratos of the deck. 3 DD Savant Kepler. Kepler is, obviously everyone might know this by now, is a scale 10 pendulum scale that you can only special summon DDs, and during your standby phases, you can decrease the scale by 2, but 1 is minimum. So it goes from 10 either to 9 or 8 every standby phase till it reaches 1. So and then it's monster effect when it's normal or special summoned. You could search for, well, you can either target a DD monster, bounce it back to your hand, or search for a Dark Contract. Everyone uses the Dark Contract. And next, for the non-monsters or DDs are 2 Maxx for draw power. Might deck out as well. Okay, moving on to spells. Ooh, excuse me. We play triple gate, Dark Control with the gate, to search for our combo pieces. And summer phase, flick 1,000. Next, we play 2 Allure of Darknesses, so draw power, and we get to banish a card, like a dark monster card, or if we haven't got no darks, send them to grave. But it's the same thing, it's the same condition as Lamia and Plague Spreader. But the thing is, if your opponent already has Chaos Hunter on the field or Imperial Wall, you can't activate this. If you activate this and they chain, and this still resolves your draw 2 cards, but you have to reveal your dark monster to keep your hand. And this one looks kind of freaky. Looks kind of weird, which I kind of like. Next, we play 2 Dark Contracts with the Sun King for fusion. Ooh, hope that is not in the video. And so you can activate this, then you can future summon from your hand or field. But if you want to future summon for a DD monster and you have DD monsters in your grave, you can use this second effect as well at the same time. So you can either send from field, banish grave, or hand, banish grave, or banish grave completely. Summon a triple D monster. Next we play 2 Pot of Desires, banish 10, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I can see what many people write in the comments about this card. Next, we play one foolish burial to like ditch Necro Slimes or Lamias. 1 for 1 to special summon our Keplers or Lamias. Then finally we play 1 Soul Charge to like bring back our beast monsters if they get destroyed. Okay. And moving on to traps, we play 2 Deer Barriers broke. It's just broken. Like call out anything. Mirror Match is very good because you just have to activate this, call fusion. That's it. It's kind of their turn over. Unless they can bring out a Synchro or XYZ in that turn. Then we play 1 Solemn Warning. Because my friend told me, take out Dark Control Witched and put this in. I tested it and I was like, set card, like, okay. I see you bring up ABC plus the dragon. Warning. Although you pay 2,000 life points, but if you have the arc on the field, you gain it on your standby phase. And finally, Vanity's Emptiness, which might get hit depending on the situation, but if it doesn't, it's going to be OP, especially with Kieran, because many people play this with Kieran. Like, Pendulum Kieran, got this set, their turn, activate, broke. Okay. Moving on to the extra deck. I play 3 triple D Genghis, or Flame King Genghis as everyone likes to call it if you're in tournaments. So this guy, if you special summon a DD monster, you can special summon a DD monster from your grave, and if this card's destroyed, you can add a Dark Contract from the grave to your hand. And it's a level 6. Next we play 2 D-Arcs, or triple D Oracle King D-Arc, who, if you take effect damage, you gain it continuous. And the amount of times you go, Stamina phase, contracts, effects, and due to this effect, I gain. But they always go, I shall nova it, I shall strike it, I shall whatever it. Then you go to them, you can't. It's a continuous effect. Next, we play 1 triple T Dragonbane King Beowulf. Beowulf is a heavy storm on your standby phase. Only destroys spells or traps. Your pendulum scales and field spells will be fine. It just destroys back row. And he's a PSL for all DDs, including himself. So that's good. Next, we play 1 Formula Synchron. So, Tuna, level 2. When it's Synchro summoned, you could draw a card. And then when it's your opponent's turn, they always forget about its secondary effect that you could Synchro summon on their turn, which is like kind of broke. And next, we play 1 Techgenic Librarian, who every time somebody Synchro summons, you draw a card. Next, we play 1 triple D Gust King Alexander. Gust King Alexander is the most important card for the Synchros. So, Genghis is the most important card for fusions. Alexander is more important for Synchros. Because you Genghis effect, tag Lamia, special summon. You don't use this effect yet if you have these two on the field. Then you Synchro Savant, Synchro. Then you go Alexander effect to bring it back. So either way, you go and have a Synchro monster on the field. Next, we play 1 all dies Meteorburst Dragon. in this card special summon, you could target a pendulum zone, special summon it, but it cannot. But this card cannot attack for the rest of the turn, and you can only use this effect once per turn. So that's why it's what 1 would be. And then once your opponent controls cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. And then we play the beast of all synchros in this deck, Clue. I'll say Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, who is very important, because then if you go up against level 5s or higher, he gains the attack and it's always going to be 3000. Always going to be 3000. Then, if anyone's going to activate a monster effect, you just negate it. So you just, what you make this is with Alexander or dice with Lamia. Okay. Then we play the spell, spell/trap card negator, D, Curse King Siegfried. So like, once per turn, you could target any spell or trap card on the field, negate it for the turn. Does not destroy, just negate. So, you have this, and then you have that. Your opponent can't do nothing. So you go, your turn, you draw, you go Siegfried, negate, do all your special summons. Then, when it's your opponent's down phase, this is back activated, so they can't special summon at all. And if he's destroyed, you gain 1000 life points for each dark contract you control. Next, we play Mr. Lord Omega himself, who is a very important card in this deck. If you can make it, because then you can recycle your Lamias, Swirls, Necros, your face downs of Pod Desires, and like during your opponent's out phase, target them, and during anyone's turn, banish this and 1 card in their hand. Finally, 2 XYZ monsters, King Kali and Hope Harbinger. King Kali is the god of this deck, because if his card is XYZ summoned correctly, they have no warnings or strikes, you technically kind of win. Depends on the situation. Because you go King Kali, everything's negated, can't activate nothing, detach, blow up the field of spells and traps, and pendulum zones and field spells, poke. Then Hope Harbinger just protects your everything. If they got MST, you negate it, add it to it, turn twister, negate, add it, Regeki. Okay, and finally, the extra deck, I play 2 DD Crows. Like, this card's in your hand, discard it, banish 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. Next we play 1 Denko, who is a very good card in his deck. Makes the good lockdown. Like if you have anti-spell set, activate and no summon, activate, done. Let's take a call, or chain MST, chain twin twister. But these spells can be here. The only way they can get rid of this is with warning, or by attacking over it, or tribute it, or bouncing it. But this did happen once. I was in I was against Cubics. So I went, I want to summon Genghis. Summon, okay. You went, yeah, that's fine. So you had 2 set cards on the field. So at the end, he revealed what they were. That's a clue. He had warning set against Denko. Why? I don't know why he didn't activate it, but it happened. Then we play one Raiden of the Kaijus. The reason why he's here is because it's a target for Allure of Darkness. Just in case you don't draw your DDs or Dark Monsters. Next, I play 2 Forbidden Chalice. Select target monster in the field, it gains 400 attack, also the effects are negated. Next, we play 1 Regeki, in a way, board wipe. 2 system downs, pay 1000, banish all machine type monsters on the field and grave. But if your opponent only has machine type monsters on the field, you can't activate it because there's nothing in the grave, because it says and. So you put it back up, and in their grave. Next we play 2 Twin Twisters for like discard 1, target either 1 or 2 spells or traps on the field. So nice spell trap goes. Next we play 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Many people like say, but that slows you down. Yes, it does. But if you're going up against pendulums and you have this open hand with Denko Seka, it's technically kind of scoop face. If your opponent has got a monster that is 80 above or a kaiju. And finally, for the extra deck, it's 2 strikes. Yeah, so like pay 15, negate the summon of a monster or their effect. But if someone activates a spell card and it's summoning a monster, you can't activate. That's the only thing. You can't activate this to negate that. You have to let that summon through and then wait for the effect to go off. Okay, so that's my deck profile. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you want more. And hopefully we can see what we can make new arrangements for the deck. Anyway, this is Shadow of a Shade, signing out.